we're not actually going to be talking about this list. We've got two lists here. Now, end of year awards. PWI, and I'm going to rush through this one. Wrestler of the Year, Seth Rollins. Woman of the Year, Rhea Ripley. Faction of the Year, Judgment Day. Tag Team of the Year, FTR. Match of the Year, Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair, which I didn't even think that was the best match on that show. But there you go. Inspirational Wrestler of the Year, Mark Briscoe. Comeback of the Year, Trinity, which is former Naomi. Most Improved Wrestler of the Year, LA Knight, which I'm sure you agree with. Rookie Wrestler of the Year, Sol Ruka. Indie Wrestler of the Year, Matt Cardona. Feud of the Year, Sami Zayn versus the Bloodline. Yep.
You kind of went still on me there for a second. Back up a couple of classifications.
Oh, don't worry. We're not even focusing on this. We're moving on to the better one. Most Hated, Dominic. Most Popular Wrestler, Cody Rhodes. But there is another list that I want to bring to your attention. It's the more fun list. It's the WrestleCrap Worst of Wrestling Year and quote-unquote awards. Awards like a Razzie Award. They call it the Gooker Award, named after the gobbledygooker. So I'm going to read out the 8 that were voted on in order from 8th to winner. Winners, in fact, in this case. So with 2% coming in last place of the worst of wrestling in 2023, CJ Perry and Miro's Never-Ending Feud. 7th with 6%, Roman Reigns.
Okay, what is their feud? What is it? I don't know either.
I don't know. They sort of got together because Andrade left, and then they sort of just had to sort of get back together, even though everyone knows they're married in real life and it makes no sense. And now CJ Perry's off with an infected finger. Snoop Dogg and Shane McMahon versus The Miz, 6%. This is the one where Shane McMahon makes his triumphant return and his leg disintegrates within seconds.
But that was interesting.
That was interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it was just, the worst moments on TV?
Yeah, these are the worst wrestling segments of the year.
Well, I kind of disagree with that. It was a botch, but he got hurt. So, but it was interesting. after he'd come back after all that time, and he's doing all that. Oh goddamn! He falls down. He's hurt. Okay,
he sort of went like that right down. It was amazing. Next. Now, I'm not sure about this one. Roman Reigns' week schedule. So essentially, he just wasn't on TV very much, I guess. So. The one after that is Woo Wings and Woo Energy.
Horrible. Who cares?
You haven't even tasted it yet. That'll be next week, by the way. At number 4 with 9%, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre match from AEW.
Nobody got it.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah, but nothing happened. He just showed up. Without a saw on it, you know that. But I don't quite get it. I don't think it had a place in the match. Other than, everybody knew who he was, I guess. I did. But what match was he in? It was a Jeff Jarrett match.
Yeah, it was. I can't remember. It was Jeff Jarrett and like Satnam Singh and Jay Lethal. I can't remember the other guys he was facing. I mean, it wasn't very memorable for me.
Well, I didn't get it. I don't say it was the worst. It was entertaining if something had happened.
I'm Googling now to find out who it was. Forget it. I'll find out in a minute. Number 3 was Vince McMahon's mustache with 14%, which he has apparently since shaved off. That was a 2023 thing.
Hey, I think he should get with Tony Storm, and they both can do the 1920s black and white movie star.
Don't give him advice.
That would fit, wouldn't it?
That would be excellent. I'll give you that.
I would have him just do a vignette. He'd just walk through and he'd say, "What was the old Clark Gable line?"
"Here's looking at you, kid." That one.
And just have him say that and keep going.
"Frankly, Tony, I don't give a damn." That kind of thing.
Yeah, that'd be great. That would be great. That would be genius. And
I'm trying to still find out who was in this Texas match. Anyway, forget about that. We have dual winners for this year, 2023's Gooker Award winners, both with 27%. The entirety of CM Punk's time in AEW in 2023.
Yeah.
Which I'm not quite sure why, because the stuff on screen was fine. And 2, Father James Mitchell doing drugs on pay-per-view. NWA pay-per-view.
And these were the worst moments of 2023.
Yes.
I disagree.
What was the worst moment of 2023?
The Maximum Male Models.
That was 2022, though, wasn't it, pretty much?
No.
No?
2023.
Let me have a look.
It was...
They don't even have a Wikipedia page for me to check this, but I thought they more or less disbanded by 2023. No, they're in 2023, you're right.
See, I have short-term memory. I can't even remember 2022. So.
I'm just looking at what happened to the Maximum Male Models. So they were the worst. Anything else that we think we've missed off the list that you've had to suffer through in this last 12 months?
Well, I'm sure they had 2023. Where was the guy? What was his name? They just got rid of him. Or they just give him his release. The muscle guy that played the guitar or whatever.
Oh, Rick Boogs.
Anytime he was on TV. Horrible.
Ah, dearie me. Well, he's retired now, so you don't have to see him on TV anymore, I guess.
Yeah. But the Maximum Male Models, but in talking about the Maximum Male Models, I think that is a tribute to L.A. Knight because he lived through it.
Hmm?
Was his name L.A. Knight then? No. What was his name? What was his name?
God, you're going to test me. I'm going to pause this while I look. One sec. Was it Max Dupree?
It was.
There we go.
And the girl. Some girl.
They don't even have a Wikipedia page with like the members on this that I can check. Some girl as well. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Right. We're
going to
move.
I think that was that. And I said they were dead on arrival. And they were more than dead on arrival. They were dead. They were dead coming from the funeral home. So, and when you see something like that, people ask me a lot, why do you say about this guy? Why do you say, I'm not saying it to be a butthole. I'm not saying it to be an a-hole. I'm saying it because it has nothing to it. It has no zip. It has no vibe. My mind doesn't start, well, they could do this with these guys and they could do this and they could do this. I just look at them and stop. I don't know what they could have done with the male models because I don't know if they were like supposed to be heels or baby faces or what. But whatever they were, they didn't get the memo out to the fans fast enough. But that was probably the worst. And hey, the guys weren't bad. They really weren't. But it's just one of those things that you just look at and you're saying, I don't get it. See, this is what I miss about the older days. And people said, hell, you were back in the dinosaur days. Yes, I was. But you knew when two Japanese guys walked out of the dressing room with the Japanese flag that they were heels. You knew that. Or two Germans, two Nazis walking out. Yeah, they were heels. You were supposed to hate them. Or, bald-headed guys or, or masked men. They usually come out, they were like the bad guys. You didn't need that introduction. So, but now you need that introduction. What were the Maximum Male Models? Nobody knows. I don't even think they knew. I don't even think creative knew what they wanted to do with these guys. And when creative doesn't know, that's kind of a bad sign. You're not going to get over.